Hey guys, Mark McMahon here. Everybody's looking for a good deal right now. Hell, everybody's looking for a good deal every day. I don't care whether the market's up or the market's down. There's always deals to be found. But, wow, that rhymed. That's cool. But the problem is they're hard to find. And it seems like everybody else is getting it. But guess what? There's a little secret out there that most people aren't letting you know. And I'm going to tell you about it today. By the way, if this sounds interesting, hit the like button. And also, please subscribe. I really appreciate that. Okay, so you're looking for deals every single day, right? You're combing the MLS. You've got all your real estate agents out there. You've got friends that are bringing you deals. You're going to all the real estate investment clubs. Everybody's got deals. Everybody's working on deals. Everybody's sending you deals, and you're looking through them. You're spending all your time vetting deals. By the way, guess what? Most of those deals are crap. Big, steamy piles of crap. They're picked through. I guarantee you, if that deal's coming from somebody else that's doing the same thing you're doing, there's only two outcomes. It's outcome number one is it's a crappy deal and they don't want it, or outcome number two is it's a good deal and they just can't take it down. Generally, it's a crappy deal they don't want. Sorry to say. Oftentimes, every once in a while, on occasion, let's qualify that, on occasion, it's a deal they can't take down themselves because they're either A, too busy, don't have the money for it, or whatever reason might be. Maybe their mother-in-law is sick and they've got to fly to Timbuktu or Iceland to go see her. I don't know. But the point is, there's not a lot of deals out there when people bring them to you. Caveat is, I know some good wholesalers that consistently bring deals that are good deals because they're not flipping. Okay, so that's one thing to look for. If they flip occasionally, probably okay. But if they're full-time flippers and they bring you deals, like I said, a lot of times it's not a good deal or they just can't take it down. You have to decipher that for yourself. Those types of deals, though, might deserve a little bit more time than the one your brother-in-law Joe brings you from his neighbor next door who's thinking about selling his house for full price. So those are the kind of deals that are most commonly brought to you. How do you analyze that deal? Well, take a look at this video over here, and that'll kind of go over how to analyze a deal really quickly, and then you'll be able to make a decision whether you decide to do a deep dive on it or not. Right now, we're talking about finding the deal, and finding the deal, that's the be-all, end-all. What do we do to find deals? Let me go over a couple of things we don't do. At least we don't do it very often, and that's MLS. We do get deals from there, but it's a lot of work and not a lot of return on time and effort. The other thing we do is we have people bring us deals. Some people are out there finding deals all the time. There's good wholesalers. There's people that just know somebody, like, hey, my neighbor's husband just passed away. She's thinking about moving to Missoula, Mississippi, or if that's a real place. And she wants to sell her house. She's ready to go. She wants to be next door to her daughter, and she's ready to go next week. She's a primed, ready, willing, and able seller. That case, I'll go over there, Sauce will go over there, find out what the deal is, tell her what we can give her for it, and that is that. And if it's a good deal and she wants to do it, we close it. If it's not good for her, or if it's not good for us, we don't close it. Simple as that. We move on to the next one. The other way we find deals is through marketing, advertising. We do postcards. We do cold calling. We do text messaging. Be careful where you're at. You know, it can get you in trouble sometimes. And we also door knock. We do all of those things. We have an extensive network of people that we work with. I've been doing this, this is my 11th year now. And I have an extensive network of people that bring me deals. How often do I buy those? Not too often. Generally, we find our own stuff. But on occasion, a jewel will come my way and I can't say no to it. That happens especially with multifamily because I don't market to that necessarily, but I buy that and hold it for myself. So if you're buying property to hold and flipping at the same time, kind of a good rule of thumb, at least it has been for us, is about every third, fourth, maybe fifth property we flip, we'll hang on to one. And sometimes it's sooner than the third, fourth, or fifth because the property is pretty or hold on to property. It just cash flows so great. But generally speaking, that's kind of the way we did it. The last couple of years, we were doing bigger projects, so it didn't work out quite that way. And we bought a couple of large properties, you know, a couple of 8 units, large for us. Remember, we don't buy huge apartment complexes. We buy the smaller ones, under 15 units, because we don't have to have a manager on site. But the way you find single-family homes is through advertising. And advertising is the best way to find them. We have people calling us all the time, contacting us all the time. Yeah, I'm ready to sell. What we do is we have an imaginary pipeline. And when we get a phone call from somebody, we decide whether it's cold, medium, or hot. Medium and hot goes in this imaginary pipeline. Cold means they don't want to sell. They're not interested in selling. They just wanted to mess with us, or they wanted to see if we'll give them a full price offer, which of course we're not going to. Now we might hit that one up if it's got an inkling. We'll put that in our CRM. But if we don't have any thoughts that they might be selling in the future, we get rid of them. We don't want to waste time on them. We want to put good quality people into our pipeline, because those are the people that will continue to call back over the years if necessary, but months or weeks, and cultivate a relationship with them so that when they are ready to sell, we're the ones they're going to think of. We're the ones they're going to trust. And we're the ones that are going to end up buying their property. And it won't become so much about price at that time. It'll become about trust and the stories that we've told each other and the friendship that we've built. And that's exactly how you get good properties, people. It's not rocket science, but it is a buttload of work. How can you do this if you're working full-time? It's difficult at best, but it can be done. The best way to find properties is to do it yourself. There's no better way to do it. No one's going to find a better deal than you, because no one's going to be tacking money onto it. Have you ever heard of daisy chaining? Daisy chaining, and maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but daisy chaining is what happens when you get 3 or 4 investors on one deal. Let's say I find a deal and I have it and I put it out to my people, and all my people go, hey, Mark, I've got another investor that I know that you don't know that wants to buy that property. Is it okay if I put $5,000 on it and sell it to him? But if it's somebody I know and I trust him, I'll say, sure. But what happens when that guy sends it to his guy and his guy goes, hey, to his buddy Joe, I got a deal here, and he also tacks $5,000 on it and sells it to somebody else or gives it to somebody else. So now we get a daisy chain. Now we've got 3 or 4 people involved. It gets messy. Who's talking to who's closing the deal, who's in charge of things. You got a bunch of guys in between making constant phone calls, worrying about if they're going to get paid for a deal they didn't find. It's ridiculous. You never want to get caught up in a daisy chain. Daisy chains are somewhat dangerous. Way back, 11 years ago when we first started, we actually got in litigation because someone in a daisy chain that we were involved in, because we didn't know better, got screwed on a deal. So we got dragged into it, and we ended up having to pay a lawyer a lot of money to get out of it. So avoid those things. If it's all you can do and it's only one person, and the person that has the deal says it's okay and you know them and they know you, my blessings. But otherwise, don't get involved. So what have we talked about today? Let's kind of wrap it up briefly. The best way to find deals is do it on your own. If you do it on your own, you're going to have to put a lot of work into it, but you will find the best deals, and you will make the best relationships with your sellers, and you will make the most money. Your rentals will cash flow more money. Now, one more thing you can do with those deals is you can sell them to somebody else. If you decide you don't want it, or you can't take it down, or you don't have the money, you can wholesale it. You can sell it to somebody else. You can sell the contract. And we'll talk about that later on in another video. So suffice it to say, there is a way to sell that contract so that you can get paid also. Also, down below is an attachment that you can download that goes over everything that you need to do to get ready to buy your first property. It's a checklist. I compiled it. I tried to make it as simple as possible. But what it is a bunch of steps that you can start accomplishing today, even if you're not ready to buy your first property. Thank you so much, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Hey guys, check out these 2 videos. They're really going to help you on your investment journey. I'm also on Instagram. Tons of great video content there. Really good stuff. Please subscribe. I'll see you next time.